Alright, we still wait for your other friend to join the class. Okay, hopefully all of you already prepare for your next exam. So as I mentioned before this, Form 1, don't forget to study all the syllabus before this during Form 1. And for the Form 2, okay, you have to study from chapter 1 until chapter 11. And again, for the maths exam, okay, there is a 3 sections. Section A consists of 20 objective questions. Section B, there is a 2 subjective question. All right. Then the last section C is essay question. Only one question for essay question. Okay, what is essay question? Actually, it is a normal maths question, but maybe the problem solving question. That means the answer is it is a long answer. Okay, you have to provide the method. You have to show the method or step. Okay, how you get the answer. Okay, anything that you want to ask about the exam before I go with our lesson today?
Sir, can you please repeat the format again?
Okay, the format is section A consists 20 objective question. Okay, section B, there is a 2 subjective question. And the section C, there is one essay question. Okay, that means you have to answer all the section. Are you clear, Amita?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, actually today we are going to do some revision. Okay. So, right. Okay, this one. Okay. I would like to discuss with you the question from the General Excellence, chapter 10. Question 11. Okay, this one actually I give to you as exercise before this. Okay, so look at the question. Okay, question 11. The diagram show the journey of a motorcycle in 60 seconds. Okay, A, state the speed of the motorcycle at the constant phase. Okay, so to answer this one, you have to refer to this graph. Okay. Okay, this graph of the speed versus time. Okay, what is mean by the constant phase? Okay, constant phase mean the phase which is the what the variable is not changes. So for this one, the variable is the speed. Okay, question asks you, so you have to refer in the graph. Okay, what is speed? There is no change. Okay, but the time taken changes. Okay, so what the answer for this one? 11A. Anyone can tell me what the answer for question 11A? Okay. Okay, what is the speed? Which is not changes, but the time taken changes. Okay, anyone? Okay, class, question 11A. Huh? Dipita, can you tell me what is the answer, question 11A?
Teacher, I'm not done yet.
Oh, you're not done yet. Okay, all right. Anyone? Okay, all right. Look at this one. So as you can see the graph given to you, okay, this one 20 refer to the speed 20. Okay, all right. Then at the time taken 0, this one O, that means the time taken 0, speed is 20. Then after 15 minutes, after 15 seconds, the unit for the time is second. After 15 seconds, the speed is still 20 meter per second. So from the time taken 0 until 50 seconds, the speed not change. So this what we call as the constant phase. So the answer is 20 meter per second. Okay, class. So that's the answer for question 11A. Can you understand? Class, are you okay?
Yes, teacher.
All right, okay. So next, look at question 11B. Okay. Calculate the value of V if the motorcycle move at 0.88, okay, meter per second. Okay, this one, I think the question have some mistake here. Okay, the unit for this one, it is not the meter per second. This one actually meter per second power of 2. Okay, why? Actually 0.888. Okay, it is the value for the acceleration. So given to you the value of the acceleration, so you have to find the value of V here. Okay, so please repair this one in your maths textbook if you have with you now. This one 0.88 meter per second power of 2 or meter second power of minus 2. It is the unit for the acceleration. Okay, so how to solve this one? Okay, so remember, so we can find the acceleration with what? Okay, acceleration actually is the final speed you minus with the initial speed, then you divide with the changes of time taken. So if you refer to this graph, actually, okay, this is the graph of speed versus time. That means if the speed here you divide with the time taken, you will get the unit for the acceleration. Okay, if you do this one, meter per second power of minus 1, you divide with the second. So you will get the unit of meter second power of minus 2 or meter per second power of 2. Alright, now look at the solution for this one, 11B here. Okay, wait, I'll show you the solution. Okay, alright, class. This one, okay, this one, the solution for question 11B. Can you see this one? Yes or no? Okay, alright. So, what is V? V actually, if you refer to the graph, wait, back to the diagram here. So this one, okay, this one V. V here, V actually, it is the final speed. Then you minus with the initial speed. Initial speed is what? Okay, wait, okay, this one V is the final speed. The initial speed is 20 meter per second. So that's why V you minus with the 20. Then you divide with the time taken for the V here. V, the time taken is 40. So you divide with the 40, you minus with the time taken for the 20 meter per second, it is 50. So V minus 20, you divide with the 40 minus with the 15, then equal to acceleration. Acceleration is equal to 0.88 meter per second power of 2. Okay, so that's why here you will get this one. Okay, V minus 20, you divide with the 40 minus 15. Okay, this one is the final speed minus initial speed. You divide with the time changes of time taken. 40 minus 15, then equal to the 0.88 actually is the acceleration. Alright, so after you get this equation, you can solve this one. Okay, V minus 20 equal to V minus 20, you divide with the 25 because 40 minus 15 equal to 25, then equal to 0.88. Then V minus 20 equal to 22 because 0.88 you multiply with the 25, you will get 22. So the answer for V equal to 22 here. Okay, you plus with the 20 because this minus 20, you have to bring to your right side. Okay, it will become plus 20. So the answer you will get 42 meter per second or 42 meter second power of minus 1. Okay, that's the answer for question 11B. Class, are you okay? Can you understand this one? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, remember you have to study back this one. The acceleration, speed, velocity. It is at the chapter 9. Okay, alright. So, okay, we proceed to the question 12 here. Okay, this one also a quite interesting question for this one. Alright. Wait, I want one of you help me. Please read the question there. Alisa. Sorry, Aisa. Aisa tu. Aisa tu. Can you hear my voice? Can you on your mic? Aisa? Are you still there? Can you on your mic? Can you on your mic? Yes, or your mic is not working. Your mic is okay? Because I want you to read the question. Huh? Can you on your mic? Can or cannot? Okay, all right, it's okay. Okay, Emily. Emily, can you on your mic? I just want you to read the question.
Yeah, teacher.
All right, thank you, Emily. Okay, so please read the question 12 here.
The cross-section area of a brick wall that is shaped as right-angled triangle is 12 meter power of 2 and the height is 6 meter. Calculate the gradient and the area around the slanted surface of the stone wall.
Okay, thank you, Emily. Okay, all right. So that's the question for 12. Okay, given to you this diagram. Okay. Then question asks you to calculate the gradient and the area of the slanted surface of the stone wall. Okay, so if you see this one actually is the area of the slanted surface. This one, the length here already given to you 2 meters. So that means you have to find the length for this one. Okay, and this one, the side for this brick wall or the cross-section area of the brick wall, already mentioned, it is a shape as a right angle triangle. Okay, so this one, the angle is 90 degree. And also the height of this right angle triangle is given to you equal to 6 meter. That means the height from here to here is 6 meter. Okay, all right. So how to solve this one? All right. Okay, look at this one, the solution for this that one. Okay, all right, class. This one, Okay, this one I redraw again the diagram. Okay, so okay, this one is the cross section area of that brick wall. It is a shape of right angle triangle. Remember angle 90 degree here. So the height is given to you 6 meter, and the base the base for the right angle triangle is not given to you. So you have to find this one. So let's say the base here you label as x here. So how to find the x here? Actually we can find the x refer by the information which is given to you in the question. So cross sectional area is given to you equal to 12 meter square. So cross sectional area equal to 12 meter square. Then we know that the cross sectional area it is equal to the area of the right angle triangle. Okay, cross sectional area equal to the area of right angle triangle. Okay, so you must remember the formula to find the area for the right angle triangle. It is equal to, Madesh, can you tell me what is the formula to find the area for the right angle triangle? Madesh? Are you still there, Madesh?
Teacher, can I try?
Okay, all right, thank you. Is it Deepita there?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Deepita. What is the formula to find the area for the right angle triangle?
1/2 times height times width.
Okay, good. Okay, 1/2 times height times base. Okay, so this one, cross-sectional area, which is area of the triangle, you substitute with the formula to find the area of the triangle. So 1/2 times, okay, base it is equal to x, unknown, then multiply with the height given to you 6 meters, so 6, so equal to this one already given to you, cross sectional area 12 meters square. So substitute with the 12. Okay, wait, I want to see is there your friend want to join. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, then after you get this equation, you have to solve this one. You have to find the value for x here. So how to do this one? Okay, firstly, okay, this division here, 1/2. So 2 here, you have to bring to your right side. So division, when you bring to your right side, will become multiplication. So 12 multiplied with the 2, you will get equal to 24. And 6 multiplied with the x, you will get 6x. Okay, then we want to find x. So 6 here, you have to bring to your right side. And remember, 6x means 6 multiplied with the x. So multiplication, when you bring to your right side, will become division. So x equal to 24, you divide with the 6. You will get answer equal to 4. So we already know the value for the base for the triangle, right angle triangle here, which is equal to 4. Okay, next, how to find the gradient? Okay, so remember, please study again about the gradient. Okay, gradient, actually, there is a few formula that you can use to find the gradient. Okay, so you have to remember that one. For example, a gradient equal to minus y-intercept divided with the x-intercept. And also gradient equal to y2 minus y1 divided with the x2 minus x1. And another one, the formula to find the gradient is the gradient equal to changes of y, you divide with the changes of x. So this one, I use the formula gradient equal to changes of y divide with the changes of x. Okay, this one, the symbol like the triangle here, mean changes. How to find the changes? That means you find the value for the y2, you minus with the y1. Okay, that is the value for the changes. Or the changes of y refer to the vertical distance, because y refer to the because y-axis is the vertical distance on the graph. Okay, like the x-axis is the horizontal distance. Okay, so the changes y here, it is equal to 6 meter. Okay, this one, 6 meter, it is equal to changes y. And the changes of x, it is equal to the value for the base of the right angle triangle here, which is equal to 4 meter. Okay, so that's why here, changes of y, you substitute with the 6. Changes of x, you substitute with the 4. Okay, so 6, you divide with the 4, you will get 3/2. Or you can write the answer in the decimal place, which is equal to 1/1.5. Okay, okay, so that's the answer for the gradient. Plus, are you clear about this one? How to find the gradient? Okay, so let's say this type of question coming in your exam. So this one maybe the type of maybe it is a type of the essay question. Okay, so the essay question may be like this. So any question that you want to ask me about the question 12 here? Can you understand this one?
Yes, teacher. No questions.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, next. Question 12 also asks you to find. It is the area for the slanted surface. Okay, area for the slanted surface. So if you refer to this diagram that I redraw here, so the area for this one. Okay, so how to solve that one? Okay, look at here. Okay, all right. Okay, so to find the area for the slanted surface, all right, you have to find this one first. Okay, sorry, you have to find this one. Okay, the length for this one. Okay, this length for the right angle triangle, we call as the hypotenuse. Okay, this one is the hypotenuse. So you have to find the value for the hypotenuse for this right angle triangle. So we can use what? We can use a Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so we can use the Pythagoras theorem to find the value for this hypotenuse. Okay. Okay. Not this one. Right, this one. Okay. This one, let's say the right angle triangle. 6 is the height, and 4 is the base. Okay, which is we already find before this. And the hypotenuse, we don't know. Let's say we label as y. Okay, so how to find y? We can use the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so what is the relationship between the each side for this right angle triangle? So the formula to find this one, hypotenuse, it is equal to, okay, the length for this one, let's say you label as y. So y square equal to 4 square plus 6 square. This one, it is a Pythagoras theorem. So you have to remember this one. Okay, so y square equal to 4 square plus 6 square. Okay, so how to find the y? Okay, so 4 square equal to 16. Okay, plus 6 square equal to 36. Then equal to, okay, if you plus 16 with the 36, you will get 52. Then y equal to, all right, the square of 2 for the 52. Yeah, because this one's power of 2, bring to your left side, become square of 2. So you will get answer equal to 7.21 meter. Okay, this one is the hypotenuse for the right angle triangle. Okay, so this one actually is the slanted surface in the shape of the rectangle. Okay, this 2 meter already given to you, and the hypotenuse here is here. The length of the hypotenuse is here, which is equal to 7.21 meter. Okay, so the area of the slanted surface equal to 2 meter. You multiply with the 7.21 meter, you will get the answer equal to 14.42 meter square. Okay, so that's the answer for question 12. Can you understand this one, class? Yes or no?
Yes.
If you still not, okay, good. Okay, all right, good. Okay, then we go for the next one. Okay, all right, this one finish. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we go for the chapter 9. We are going to discuss the question from the generated excellent. Chapter 9. Okay. Okay, this one, generating excellent exercise from the chapter 9. Okay, question number 1. Categorize the object in the box whether it has uniform or non-uniform split. Okay. Okay, class. Okay, firstly, if we divide the two group here, the first group for the uniform split, the second group non-uniform split. Okay, which one you think? Okay, for the uniform split. Okay, anyone want to can tell me what is the object which is have the uniform split? Class? Is it lift, hours, wave, fan, wind, or minibus? Which is have the uniform speed? Legit? Can you tell me what is the answer? Okay, the object which is have the uniform speed. Deji, are you still there?
Yes, teacher.
All right. So, in your opinion, what is the answer for that one? Is it the wave? In your opinion, is it the wave? A fan or
Yes, teacher.
minibus?
Waves.
Okay. Huh?
Teacher, how many can I choose?
Just tell me one first. Only one. Okay.
Leaf,
Yeah.
hour,
Okay.
or yeah.
Leave our.
Leaf, hour, and the fan.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So that's the answer. Thank you, lady. So that's the answer. The object which is have the uniform speed, which is we can control the speed. Let's say you got for example, fan. You put the speed at the 1, so you will realize the speed of the fan for the number 1 or number 2. So we can control that one. The speed is same. Okay, that's what is mean by uniform speed. Same also with the leaf. Okay, also have the uniform speed and hour. Surely, it is has the uniform speed. Okay, because for the 1 hour, we know it always have a 60 minutes for 1 hour, doesn't change. And also in 1 hour we have 3,600 seconds. That means not changes. Okay, so the answer for this one, the object which is have the uniform speed, it is leaf, hours, and also fan. And the answer for the non-uniform speed, it is a wave, wind, and also minibus. Okay, because we know that the wave, wind, and minibus, the speed changes. Okay, so that's the answer for question number 1. Okay, now look at question number 2. Wafi participate in a kayaking competition at Sungai Lembing. He started the competition from station A and proceed to B, C, and D. Okay, based on the given information, calculate the kayak acceleration from to A, station A to station B. Okay, all right. So how to do this one? Anyone want to try to this one to give me the answer for this one? What is the acceleration? Okay, what is the answer? Question number 2A. Yeah, Emily. Yeah, minibus, hours, and fan. Okay, yes, that's the correct answer for the uniform speed. Okay. Okay, question 2A.
Teacher, is it 15 kilometers per hour acceleration?
Okay, can you tell me how you get that one?
55 kilometer per hour
Okay,
minus to 40 kilometer per hour.
okay, all right.
Then the answer we get will
then?
be 15 kilometer per hour, and that is acceleration.
Okay. You just minus 55 kilometer per hour. You minus with the 40 kilometer per hour.
And then we must divide it with 5 minutes.
Are you sure? Okay. Look at the unit there. Is it the unit for the time same? Same or not
Teacher,
same?
teacher time 60.
Yeah.
Same or not same? Teacher time 60.
Yeah. So we have to make sure the time unit is same for the speed and also the time here. Okay. So right, wait. I try to do first this one. Okay, 2A. Right. Acceleration equal to the final speed. You minus with the initial speed. Initial speed, it is the first speed. Initial speed. Then you divide with the time taken. Okay, so we get 55.2 meter per hour minus 40 kilometer per hour. Then you divide with the time taken, 5 minutes. Okay, so this 5 minutes you have to change to the unit hour. So how to change 5 minutes to the unit hour? 5 minutes.
560.
So divide with the
By 60.
divide with the 60. Okay, so you divide with the 60. 1 hour divided with 60 minutes. So you will get 5/60. Okay, wait, try to calculate this one. Okay, equal to 0.083 hours. So 0.083 hour. So 5 minus 40, 50 hour divided with the 0.083 hours. Then you get 50 divided. Okay, class, anyone already get answer, which is equal to? Anyone already get answer? No one, cannot get answer. Divita, can you get answer for question 2A?
I thought 100 kilometer per hour.
Okay, yeah.
Teacher,
Yeah.
180.72.
Yeah, good. Okay. So that's the answer for that one. 180.72 kilometer per hours power of 2. Or 180.72 kilometer hours power of minus 2. Okay. So that's the answer for that one. All right. Anyone don't understand this one? Please tell me. Okay, if you don't understand, you can tell me. You can write the message there. So let me know. Okay, all right. So I think all of you already understand that one. So look at the question 2B. Okay, question 2B. Based on the given information, calculate the kayak acceleration from station B to station C. Okay, class, I want you to calculate this one. Try to find the answer for this one. Question 2B. Okay, what is the answer?
Teacher,
Yeah.
I got negative 200 kilometer per hour per hour.
Okay. Negative 100 kilometer.
Yeah. No, negative 200
Okay, negative 200 kilometer.
per hour.
Okay, per hour. Okay, that means negative 200 kilometer per hour power of 2. Okay. Alright, thank you Legit. So, okay, let me check the answer. Okay. Five minus 5 0.1 hour 120 but with the 0.1. Okay, yes, the answer is correct. The answer given by the Legit is correct. It is equal to minus 200 kilometer per hour power of 2. Why it is minus? Because it is a deceleration. Okay, so that's the answer for question 2B. Equal to minus 200 kilometer per hour power of 2. Okay, class, can you understand that one? Question A and B? Please, if you don't understand, let me know. Emily, can you understand that one question? Question 2A and 2B? Yes or no? Not really, okay. Okay, now look at this one, the solution for that one. Okay, please look at here. Okay, this one, the solution for question 2A. Okay, the formula to find the acceleration. Acceleration equal to the final speed minus with the initial speed. You divide with the time taken. Final speed is the last speed, and the initial speed it is the first speed. So the last speed you minus with the first speed or initial speed, you divide with the time taken. And for question 2A, the final speed it is equal to 55 km per hour. Then you minus with the initial speed, it is 40 km per hour. Okay, then you divide with the time taken. And the time taken given to you in the question, it is equal to 5 minutes. And remember, okay, the unit for the speed, it is in the kilometer per hour. That means the time is in the unit hour. But for the time, for the time, it is given to you the unit minutes. That means you have to change the unit minutes here to become unit hour. So 5 minutes change to the hour, you just divide with the 60, yeah? Or you can do like this, 50 minutes multiply with the 1 hour, you divide with the 60 minutes, because 1 hour we have 60 minutes. So minute and minutes here, you can cancel the unit. So 5 you divide with the 60, you will get 0.083, and the unit is unit hour. Okay, then after you already changes unit minute to the hour, so the time here you put in the equation here, so equal to 0.083 hour. Okay, then you just solve this one, equal to 15 km per hour. You divide with the 0.083 hours, then you will get answer equal to 180.72 km per hour power of 2, or 180.72 km hours power of minus 2, or 180.72 km per hour per hour. It is same, same unit. Okay, that's the solution for question 2A. Okay, next question 2B. Okay, this one, question 2B. So you have to memorize the formula for the acceleration, which is equal to final speed minus initial speed. You divide with the time taken, and the time taken it is equal to 6 minutes. And remember, 6 minutes you have to change to the hours because the speed it is in the unit kilometer per hour. Okay. So 6 minutes when you change to the hour equal to 0.1 hour. Okay, then you just substitute in the formula. It is equal to 35 km per hour. You minus with the 55 km per hour. Then you divide with the time taken, which is equal to 0.1 hour. So it is equal to minus 20 km per hour. Sorry, I forgot to write hour here. So minus 20 km per hour. You divide with the 0.1 hour. So you get answer equal to minus 200 km per hour power of 2. Okay, so that's the answer for question 2B. Okay, next, the last one. Question 2C. Okay, calculate the kayak acceleration from station C to station D. Okay, this one also I want you to calculate this one. Okay, please do this one, class. Okay, please calculate this one.
Teacher, 133.33.
Okay, 100.
133.33.
Okay, 123.33. Okay, thank you, Umar. Okay, let me check the answer.
Teacher, I have a different answer.
Yeah, legit, yeah. What your answer?
Teacher, my answer is 114.
Again, can you tell me again what is your answer, legit?
114 kilometers per hour per hour.
100.
14 kilometers per hour per hour.
Okay, 114. 114. Is it right? 114
Yes,
kilometer per
teacher.
hour? Okay, alright. Okay, let me check the answer. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. So the answer that I get for this one, wait, 4 minutes divide with the 60, 0.0. Okay. Then 43 minus 35 is equal to 8. 8 divide with the 0.067. Okay. The answer that I get for this one is 119.440. 119 119.4 kilometer per hour power of 2. Okay. Okay, wait I try to calculate again. 4 minutes, we divide with the 60. Okay, 0.0. 0.06666. Oh, that one. Okay, then if 8 you divide with the 0.0666. Yeah. Okay, class. So the answer that I get, it is equal to 119.4 kilometer per hour power of 2.
Okay, teacher.
Anyone which is already which is have get the same answer? Can you tell me, Divita, what is your answer for that one? Question 2C. Have you calculated that one? Yes or no?
Teacher, I didn't do question 2C.
You didn't do? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So can you understand how to get that one? Yes or no? I worry if this type of question coming out in your exam. Can you understand how to do that one?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
teacher.
Okay, good. Okay, this one, the solution for this one, question 2C. So you can check your answer. Okay, so same as what we do before this. Formula for the acceleration equal to final speed minus initial speed divided with the time taken. So final speed equal to 43 km per hour. You minus with the 35 km per hour. Then divide with the time taken, 4 minutes. And this one, 4 minutes, you have to change to the units, hours, because the unit for the speed, it is a kilometer per hour. So 4 minutes, you divide with the 60 minutes, you will get equal to 0.067 hour. Okay. Okay, then this time you substitute in the formula here equal to 8 km per hour. You divide with the 0.067 hour, you will get answer equal to 119.4. No need to write zero here. 119.4 km per hour power of 2. Okay, that's the solution for question 2C. Okay, so class, I think for our class today, I will stop here until discussion question 2. And for your exercise, okay, I want you to do this one, question 4. Okay, question 4, I want you to answer question 4. And also question 5. Okay, for your exercise today, please do question 4 and question 5. Please do in your math exercise. Whether maths 1, maths 2, or maths 3.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, please do this one. Then don't forget to submit to me if you already finished that one. And don't forget to make a revision. Prepare for your examination. Okay, so thanks class because join our maths class today. Okay, thank you.
Teacher, what chapter
Yeah,
will
yeah.
come out in our exam?
Okay, what chapter will come out? Okay, Divita, for the form 2, chapter 1 until chapter 11. Okay, and for the form 1,
From
all
chapter
chapter.
1 to chapter 11. From 1 all
chapter 1
chapters.
form 1 you have to look at again all chapters. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, all right. Any question?
No.
Okay, thank you. All right. So thanks to all.
Thank you, teacher. Bye.
Okay, welcome. All right, bye.
Thank you.